Yeah, I know.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Yeah.
Raza, can you start today's ride with a short dua, please?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Thanks everyone for joining us for our weekly group ride. Today we're heading north and east towards Anina's and Red Bulb Cafe and back. So we only have about two or three red-blue groups, and the rest will be our orange ride to Red Bulb. Today we have some special guests from the UK. Dr. Nizar, part of the Salaam project, and Manji. And so they'd like to give us an information about the Salaam Center, so I hand it to Dr. Nizar.
Very much. So guys, first of all, I really appreciate Hasnain, my cousin, taking the trouble of gathering you together and inviting us here. And I'm sorry to impose on your time. I know your time is precious. We won't take more than 10 minutes, 12 minutes maximum, not to be shared. Essentially, Mukhtar, Mansura and myself have come here from UK to really share what we are doing. I salute you guys as far as JCC is concerned, both in terms of the vastness of its building and more importantly what's happening within it really. It's the pride of the Khoja world, and I'm sorry, I know you're not a Khoja. I'm a Khoja, but I'm a part of the but we are part of the wider Shia community, yes? So we don't, in London where we are, we don't distinguish between Khoja and non-Khoja Shias. So we belong to an organization that was formed something like 45 years ago. We're popularly known as Mahfil Ali, or the Shia financial community of Middlesex. We are based in a location called Harrow, which is about 20 minutes from Heathrow Airport, right in the heart, and we are sort of 2 minutes from the metro station. And we have functioned there for the last decades, as I said. I came to UK as a student from Mombasa, Kenya, 55 years ago. Studied medicine at Manchester. I continued practicing as a general practitioner or as a family physician. So about 20 years ago, we said, so Mukhtar and Mansura are my contemporaries, and we got a large array of people who are of my age, came as students, and with children and grandchildren now born in UK, and we all sort of have been together. And I included the Iraqi, the Iranian, the Pakistani, the Indian, Lebanese community together as well. So about 20 years ago, we said to ourselves, what is one impactful thing that we can do? At the end of the day, this country has nurtured us. We've been here, we've all been successful, alhamdulillah. What can we do to pay back to the society? So we decided that we will create a community center, which would be a wow center, but at the same time it should be attractive to everybody, and that everybody, the wider society, Muslims and non-Muslims, people with other faith and no faith, participate in it as well. And in fact, we've been doing this this work for quite a long time. I'll give you two examples. In our locality, with a population of about 250,000, there are about 5,000 Shias, but about 30 to 40,000 Ahl Sunnah. So when the Sunni community, when they were building their mosque, they asked us, can we use your center for our Jummah prayers? We've never had Jummah prayers at our center, Mahfil Ali. It was a Khoja center at Stanmore, is only within the 5 kilometers, so you can only have the Jummah at one place. So we all go for Jummah there. So we said, yes, this hall is vacant, of course you can. So for 14 years, a Sunni Imam led Jummah prayers in a Shia center in London for every Friday, 700 to 800 people attending. And you know, the impact of that was that they came and saw Ziyarat al-Waris on the wall. They started asking questions. They looked at the turba. They started asking questions. They opened. The president actually, I remember vividly. He told me he opened the Mafatihul Jinan and he said, "There's a wonderful dua that you have. We never knew that you had such wonderful dua." They opened the Quran. That they said it's the same Quran. We thought that the Shia Quran was different. Cut a long story short. Today at that place, their own mosque, now having been built, and it's the largest mosque in Europe, footprint-wise. 2,500 people go for Jummah every Friday, At that mosque now, for the last 5 years, they have an Ashura program. So that's a relationship, and I can give you stories relating, but I won't take more time. Our relationship with the local Christian community, the Jewish community, since 7 October, we have just cut down that relationship slightly for obvious reasons. But inshallah, let's see what happens as time comes along. So we decided let's put a structure that we can be proud of. So this is what the architect designed. The architect happens to be a student of a famous Iraqi architect called Zaha Hadid. I don't know if any one of you have heard of that. I mean, she loves curves. This is what they said we'll build for you. Okay, it goes 2 floors below ground and 2 floors above ground. And this zoning, I think you call it zoning here, we call it planning permission, took 6 years, believe me. And without the wider support of the wider Muslim community, the Algerians and the Afghanis and the Somalis and the Khojas and the Arabs, everybody holding a placard, we wouldn't have got this planning permission. But alhamdulillah, after 6 years we got planning permission. The building is built. This is what it looks like. This is not a computer generated image. This is actually the building as it stands today, with 2 floors of basement and 2 floors above ground. So it is just the roof, the glazing, the facade, everything done. We are ready to move in once the internal fit out has been done. So next stage, the final stage, is internal fit out, and I'll tell you what that entails. So location wise, I told you, these are about 25 Shia centers in the northwest of London. I mean, there are abundance of centers, each one of them doing wonderful work. Majority are sectarians, Afghani, Lebanese, Iraqi, Iranian centers, Khoja centers. But as I said, we at Merali, we have always had a wider and non-sectarian sort of participation. We have had executive committee. We have got Iraqis and Iranians, etc. May Allah rest his soul. Said Father Milani has always been our guru. He died about within the last 6 months or so. He did a groundbreaking ceremony. So these are the holes that we bought. These are the 2 houses we bought on either side. We have demolished all that. We are having our functions. We are having a function at this place where we have put a porta cabin, and this is where we are. So pretty tight and cramped. We really want to move in. So this is street view of the building as it stands today. I mean, compared to JCC, we are far short, but there is an activity every single day of the week. The highlight of our organization is that for the last 40 years, every single Friday, we have somebody to come and talk to us, be a Muslim or a non-Muslim, a woman or a man, hijabi or non-hijabi. Whoever has got anything to share of value, we welcome them. Just to give you an example, this current month's lecturers. Yesterday, day before yesterday, what day are we? Have Sunday. On Friday, we have this lady, Baroness Warsi. She was the whip of the Conservative Party. She resigned from the Conservative Party because of Islamophobia, etc. She came and launched her book, Muslims Don't Matter. By the way, these guys, these people that we are attracting, it is because of the power of the networking of the youths that we have. We are proud of our youths. His children, my children, etc. Their children, my children, etc. Really powerful in the networking, and that's how they attract these individuals. So let me just carry on. As far as the center is concerned, in terms of its facilities, we've got 2 floors below ground, as I said. So we have a sports hall there. 5-a-siding, football, 4 badminton court, volleyball, basketball, netball, the lot is double height. And then we have a lecture theatre, 90-seater lecture theatre, auditorium. We have a female-specific gym with a changing area. We have a children's center, soft play area. And then as you go above -1, we have a male changing area. We've got a wellness center. We've got a beauty salon. On the ground floor, we've got a restaurant. We've got a coffee shop. We've got a prayer hall. And then we've got another mezzanine floor. The prayer hall has got 220 musalla spaces, exactly the same as JCC's musalla space. But JCC has got another 1,000 people that can pray behind. We've got another 750 people that can pray on the hall above. And that hall will be multifunctional. It can be for wedding, banquets. It can be as an imam bar, a conference center, whatever. On that floor, we have a library. We have an IT room. We have got a youth room. And then 1 floor above, we have a multimedia room, boardroom, etc., etc. So 5 key features about this center. It's beautiful. you'll agree. It is functional, it is inclusive, it is eco-friendly, and is financially self-sustaining. So we hope that will generate sufficient income to cover the cost. The architect took our history. Where have you guys originated from? So he said from Iraq, Iran, Pakistan, India, Gujarat, East Africa, and here. So from each one of these locations, they picked up the design and incorporated within the fabric of the building. So give you some examples. The ceiling of the prayer hall is Isfahan design. This is Isfahan design. That's what it is. The ceiling of the youth center has got Mughal India design. The ceiling of the sports hall has got Tanzania Masai design. For those of you who are from East Africa, would recognize that. The lecture theatre has got William Morris design. So as I said, this is below ground and this is above ground. This is what the inside looks like. So this is a restaurant area, prayer hall with 14 skylights. This is the first floor. This is the sports hall. We have collected and spent, trust me, 16 million pounds so far. That's buying the land, the professional fees, the 2 floors of basement, and the 2 floors above. Alhamdulillah, not a single penny borrowed, no institutional borrowing, no interest paid. Just to give you some idea about where the money came from, so we managed to raise 40% within ourselves. This is the dark blue one. The orange one reflects the Khoja community in UK, the whole of UK, from other parts of UK. The grey is the Khoja community globally. The light blue is actually non-Khoja shares. So the Iraqis have donated about a million. The Iranians have donated about 500,000, etc. And the yellow is reimbursement from the government as part of gifted, etc. So the next phase, the fit out 5 full floors, is going to cost us a massive 11 million pounds. But we are not going to do all that in one go. So we divided into 3 phases of 4 million each, approximately. So the first 4 million sign in, first phase, once it's done, we'll actually be able to move in. And that's what we're aiming for. Let's just get the first part of it done. Out of the 4 million, we are happy to sign a contract if we have 2 million in our bank. We already have 1 million. We are now just short of 1 million. Once we collect that 1 million, we'll sign a contract. We'll go for that. Financially self-sustaining. Ayatollah Sistani has endorsed it. And that's it. Thank you so much.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa
If you have
ala
any
Muhammad.
questions, do feel free to ask directly or through Hasnain. I'm happy to share the slides if you want to mull over it a little bit later or whatever, but I really appreciate it.
Thank you very
so
much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
It's a beautiful project. Thank you for sharing.
you. Yeah.